Welcome to the infected. Now this is a getting started guide here. So we're just going to play with default settings. Just for a couple hours. See how far we get. We'll leave everything on. Leave everything normal. Now I'm going to change the temperature type to Fahrenheit. And that's pretty much it. So let's see. Guide-ish. Let's get started. Infected is a zombie survival game. Mostly about building. You start with nothing. And right now the only goal is to build up and become as powerful as you can get. So you always start in the same location here. First thing you want to do is you want to fix this ATV, which requires some parts. So we're going to need 2 iron, 3 more tires, and a can of gas. So it's all inside the house here. Every start is the same. Well, right now, currently. Every start is the same. You have a small inventory here. You also have another inventory for your food. There's a couple cans of gas. Here is the tire. So we need 2 more tires and 2 iron. There is nothing special in the house here. I mean, a stone. I mean, that's nothing. That's random loot. A couple random loot searches in here. No big deal. Usually early on you want to grab every piece of loot you can. Especially right now. On day 1. Everything in this game is useful. Everything. And up there in the stairs, don't even bother building to go up there. There's nothing up there. Yeah, I came back over here and I built a platform to go up there to the top of that light tower, and there's nothing up there. No Easter eggs, no secrets. All of the vitals and stuff are on the bottom right of the screen. You can turn that on and off. It's a bindable key. I think it's set for G right now to where I can turn it on and off if I want to. Start out with 50 carry weight. I'm guessing that's pounds or, you know, whatever. Right. The ATV is fixed. It has its own inventory here, so you can throw stuff in there. Right, before we leave, we want to go ahead and search everything that's searchable here. And you want to pick up any rocks. You want to, we do want to kill that frog. The game gives you a to-do list to start off. But, right here. So right here it's telling you just to go find a place to live first. Which you can do. Which we will do. But before we leave, we want to make sure there's nothing else searchable out here. You'd want to pick up every stick and every rock you find. So when I press page up, it gives me the task list. So it's kind of like a tutorial. SUV is pretty easy to use. Hop on. Get after it. Don't forget to search the mailbox. So, where do you want to live? Well, here's the map. So, this map is pretty large. You start at the very bottom down there, where the red player location marker is. So here we are. All these green dots are towns, POIs, places of interest. Those are where the zombies are, but there is also a lot of loot that can be found in those towns. So at the beginning, you don't want to roll right into the town yet. You're going to need some weapons before you hit in there. All of the blue portions are bodies of water. There are arid places. There are lush places, indicated from brown and green marks. All of the grayish marks are impassable mountains. So when you're trying to get from one quadrant of the map to the next, you're pretty much going to have to take the roads to get through the mountains. There are a couple ways, a couple areas like right here in the middle here where you can get through the mountains by squeezing through them. Sometimes those areas make good places to build. But ideally, if you're reading, like if you're watching a guide for this game, then you're probably playing it for the first time. I would suggest sticking either near the water or definitely near a cave. The caves are marked with an X. So you can just choose the first cave if you want, because the good thing about the cave is that you're going to get all of your minerals found pretty easily. And you're going to get water. You can actually get water from the cave. The only thing you can't do is fish. So you will have to drive to the nearest body of water to fish. The most larger fish come from the ocean. The smaller fish can be found in any of the lakes that you see, or rivers. The other two locations to be aware of are the desert locations, which there are 4 desert locations on the map, indicated by the lighter color arid. Okay, here's a desert here with the water in the middle. There's a smaller one on the top left here. Small little patch here that's right next to a town and a cave. Bottom left, there's a same thing. Desert location next to water, next to a town, but it's kind of far away from the cave. So, we're going to build, for this guide, I'm going to build right next to this cave right here. It's next to the desert, it's next to the water. It's in between 2 towns. I think it's perfect. So we're going to go just due north, and we're going to head over there. Let's roll. On our way out, whatever we see, if we see vegetation, we're going to grab it. Vegetation is pretty hard to see. I suggest any new players to the game, the first thing you should probably do is turn foliage down. Just take it down to low. Trust me. You'll thank me later. The reason is because with the foliage gone, you can actually see stuff on the ground. The faster you start collecting vegetation, the easier it's going to be for you later on when you're trying to survive. So what we're looking for right now is anything to loot. You can loot these vehicles. Okay, 3 eggs. Boom. Easy. Early on, the eggs are used to cure food poisoning. So, you get food poisoning from eating food when your hands are dirty. Specifically from killing other animals. So if you kill animals, your hands are bloody and you eat something, to get food poisoning. You can also eat a potato to cure it. So potatoes and eggs early on are to cure food poisoning. Not going to kill anything just yet. We're not going to make a weapon yet, because if we start making weapons now, the tutorial is still going to ask us to make weapons again. So we're going to take the straight path here. I'm going to grab that rock. And yes, every rock matters. Early on, every single rock matters. You can actually open up the map while you're driving on the ATV here. Pretty cool. Right, so we're going to keep heading close to that cave up there. I don't want the cave to be too far away. Because we want to be able to take the ATV up there and grab aluminum, cobalt, copper, lead, mushrooms, and coal, or what you want from the cave. And we'll show you how to do that in just a minute. You have to progress through the beginning of the game first. Look at that cool water crossing there. There are so many awesome places to build in this game. Check this out. Isn't that cool? Like a little pond. Even with the foliage off, stuff like that looks pretty amazing. Nice little river right there. So in the end, you can pretty much build wherever you want, you know? So the pumpkins and the big melons, when you pick them up off the ground from where they're planted, you gotta throw them back down to harvest them. So that's what I was doing right there. We're pretty much here now. So I want to build next to the ocean on this one, so that I can catch a bit larger fish. We're going to take a right. We're going to head over here, towards in this area. I'm going to build here, and then we'll be able to drive back to the cave pretty fast. We can cut through the woods and stuff. A couple things to note: the sun does hurt you, so your meters on the right side of the screen are very important to monitor. So they used to have explanations of what each line item does. And I think there is a menu that you can go to. Yeah, here you go. So if you go to your food pack, you can take your mouse and hover over, just kind of scroll over the different health bars. The top one's health. The blue one is stamina. The turquoise one is thirst, and then you have hunger, which is a total of all of the other ones combined. So part of hunger, we have protein, carbohydrates, fat, vitamins. So all these together combined will give you your hunger rating. We'll need to make sure that we target each one, because if you don't eat, and if you don't eat the right stuff, your stats will deplete. So instead of having 100 available thirst, it'll go down halfway to 50 available thirst, or Same thing with the stamina. You'll lose a lot of stamina from being hungry. So once we get hungry, we can actually eat the stuff that we already just picked up, like the pumpkin. We can right click on it and eat. And we can eat the pumpkins. You hover over your food, it tells you what stats it's going to boost. Like the potato can give you 6 carbs, 6 protein, 10 fat, 10 vitamins, 1 energy. It also has a spoil time there too. Potatoes and eggs have really long spoil times. Now the game starts you off with some rations. Some stew rations here to help you out along the way for the first part. And then you have a flask of clean water. So we're not going to mess with that just yet. We're going to wait until we're a lot more depleted before we drink any of that. So usually I can make it through the game without having to break into those rations. But if this is the first time you're playing, you're probably going to want to go ahead and eat those. Now you can't replenish those. You can't remake them. You can make 2 different kinds of other rations though. But the rations the game gives you at the first, you cannot make those ever again. You'll never see them again. They'll just go away. Alright, so we're going to head over to the water now. And over here, you can build wherever you want. We could start building here. We could start building over there. I suggest finding a cool place, whatever works for you. The reason why we want to be next to the water, so we can fish easily. And then also so that we can get water easily. Especially at the start. So I want to be as next to that cave as I can. So there's a small little island type peninsula piece of land over here that we can look at. You also want to be next to a bunch of trees, bushes, and rocks. These big giant rocks here. That's going to be important. You're going to be tackling a lot of those rocks at the beginning. So right here you can see there are a ton of rocks around here. I mean, there's a ton of rocks around here. This might be the perfect place right here. We've got a big, huge, giant boulder there. We've got lots of rock formation here. So this little area right here would not be that hard to defend later on, once the zombies start coming. So the zombies, per the setting that you choose, will not start attacking until day 3 on the default settings. So we got 3 days to mess around and build something. But depending on how far into the water we want to go here, is where the first thing we'll do is we'll set our land claim pole, which is under the other here. Right there. And when we put this down, you can move it. As soon as you put this down, what it does is it spawns a little zombie camp somewhere on the map to where they dispatch from to do invasions and stuff. You can hunt that little camp down. Sometimes it's in the middle of the road, you know, just based off of a certain distance from wherever this pole is put. You can hunt them down and kill them, and I think it eliminates 1 siege. But it really doesn't matter where you put the pole, because what ends up happening is it puts a circle around everything to where you can build stuff inside of. Now there's some stuff you can build without the pole, but most of the stuff you need the pole for. And obviously you can't put it in the water. So we have to find some land to put it on. So once we figure out where we want to build, I wanted to build next to the ocean somehow. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive a little bit more here. I do like this area. But I'm not feeling it because it's not next to the deep water. I want to be right next to the deep water. So let's keep driving here until we find something next to the deep water. So I guess technically this is the deep water. You can drive in the water. Okay? No problem. A lot of the water is real shallow. So you'll know when you're in the deep water. See this right here, I think is deep water. Oh yeah, there you go. Let's get out of there before we drown. So right here is deep water. For sure. Yeah, see, we're out on one of the islands here now. So this is a pretty cool place. Interesting place to build. You can build on rocks. You know, these rock formations here, we can build on top of those if we want. Ah, here we go. Here we go. This is a nice little bay right here. I don't want to be too far from the rocks you can actually grind up. Oh, look at that. Awesome waterfall there. Isn't that cool? Nice little river with a little bit of rapids. Waterfall to the left. Dumping right into the ocean. That's cool. The only thing I wish right here is that there were more rocks to grind. So this is a pretty cool area. It's got like an inlet heading back in through there. But the way water works, it doesn't really matter. You just need a little small patch like this, really, to be able to do what you gotta do. It doesn't really matter what size the water is, unless you want to get some big fish. And I'd rather build next to where the rocks are. So let's keep looking here. We need to find lots of trees and lots of rocks. What you see right here, the vegetation. We're going to harvest both of those. So, decent amount of rocks here. And we're looking for these rocks right here. At the beginning, those are going to give you your stones. And the rocks, like, there's some vertically shaped rocks that are the exact same shape every single time that are going to give you clay. Those are a little tougher to find. A lot more rare. Check that out. Dead bird. Perfect. So these dead birds, you find them, pick them up. Let's harvest them because you'll get free feathers. Later on, it's kind of hard to get feathers, so finding them on the ground like that is worth a lot. So if we want, we can build right next to this rock formation here. This is a nice back wall here to build up against. I want to build on the other side of this. So let's see. Oh, look. There's a couple clay rocks right here. That's clay. That's clay. Those clay rocks will be the same every single time you see them. Those will be important later on once you start grinding a little bit. Alright, so that's the open ocean there. Sometimes you can drive right up next to rock formations like this, And sometimes it gets real deep over here by the ocean. We just gotta be careful we don't drown. There is an oxygen meter that pops up. This is pretty cool. It'd be great if there was a way to get through this to the other side to where the actual trees and stuff are. So let's keep driving. Maybe we can find something close by here. Like right here would be a good place to build. It's just far away from the trees and the trees and the stones. Now, there's some deep water there. So here you go. Right next to deep water. Lots of trees, lots of stones. Oh my. Here you go, right here. This looks good. That's a pretty good view, huh? Excellent. Cool. We're pretty far away from the cave now, so we're gonna drive back because as beautiful as it sounds and looks, trust me, you want to be a lot closer to that cave. Let's go and head back to the cave. And we'll just build over there where we saw the first place. Obviously you can just drive to wherever you need to get whatever you want. If you build in a secluded area, you can always drive to go farm some rocks and trees and stuff. Farming that kind of stuff early on is pretty rough. It's not the easiest thing to grind. It takes a lot of time and effort. So we're in the town now, so we need to get out of here because we don't have a weapon. The zombies will spawn in the town every single time you go there. You can kill them and then they will respawn. 100% guaranteed respawn every single time. Right? So here's that river that we saw. Nice deep water there in the river. Some more vegetation. Let's go and grab that. You always want to be doing 2 or 3 things at once in this game. So right now we're just kind of surveying the land, and then we're picking up everything that we find on the ground. So maybe a little bit closer to that cave, maybe, I think. So yeah, this is a fantastic location right here. Lots of rocks everywhere. We're at the road now. We're back on the road again. Building close to the road is never wrong, because later on you'll find that you can actually get a truck. You can drive on the road. So here is already our first problem, right? Because you see this mountain ridge right here? So what this means is that we're not going to be able to get to the cave real easy. Now, there is a spot right up here that's right next to the desert location. We already ran out of gas, oh yeah. If you're just sitting there as soon as you get on the SUV or ATV, it uses gas, just so you know. So we just burned through our first gas. Gas is not hard to find. Gas is at almost every single town. There's gas that you can grab. You do not have to kill the zombies to get the gas. So we do have options, right? We can build a road. You can actually build a bridge over the rocks right there, or we can just drive this way to get to the cave. So with that said, I think we should get started. This was the first location that we saw. The view is nice. Lots of water. There's some rocks everywhere. Rocks and trees. It's good enough to get going. Alright, so let's lay down the pole. This is now our land. So you can click the binoculars here and you can turn on the circle. So we can build everywhere inside the circle right now. Right, so we can come off the water a little bit to a dock if we want. And then we can build all through back here if we want to, all throughout the road. You can build on the road. You can build on this big rock here. Awesome. Now when you have that circle radius up, you can do all the normal stuff that you would do. Building, fighting, everything. All it's doing is just displaying the area for you. Right, so we're good. We're going to start building right here. Alright, so let's check on our to-do list. So the first thing we did was repair the ATV, then we laid the land camp, now we're going to gather 1 stone. So let's find a stone real quick on the ground. The sticks and stones and the frogs are kind of highlighted for you, which I think you can turn off in the settings if you don't want to see something like that. Right, we got the stone. Next thing to do, gather a stick. So we saw some sticks over here. Boom, gather a stick. Done. Next thing, craft a stone axe. Well, open the inventory, click on the crafting icon, which is here. You can craft some stuff. Now, with this open, you can go to your Itempedia, and you can actually click on your option there. We can click on the axe from there and it'll automatically put the items on the crafting table for us. We can craft 1, we can craft maximum, and then we can repeat the last of what we did. So we're just going to craft 1. Boom, now we have a weapon. It automatically equips it into your slot. You have 4 slots here for weapons. They correspond to whatever hotkeys you have programmed in the keybinds. So for me right now I have them set for 1 through 4. Right now I have an axe. I can close the inventory, I can push my hotkey number 1, and I have an axe now. Next thing on the list, we need to craft a stone blade. Well, to craft a stone blade, we need a stone. So let's go back here. We can add a stone to here. I don't know, we can do it manually, or we can go back to the Itempedia and go to stone blade, which is right here. Click that, and it adds the stone for us automatically. Boom, now we got a stone blade. Next thing, gather plant fiber. Well, plant fiber you can get from chopping down trees, so let's get our axe ready. Alright. We are at a point now where we have no stamina because we're thirsty. So we can eat some watermelon. We can drink some water. Oh, problem solved. Let's go ahead and chop these trees down. Chopping down trees, you automatically get plant fiber and bark. So let's find the SUV real quick. ATV, sorry. Where did we park? Here we go. And I need to dump all this stuff in there. Everything I'm not using right now, I'm going to dump in there. I always want to keep the bandages next to where you are. Alright, let's get started here. basically just going to clear this whole area out. See? So now we have fiber, and the bark fell on the ground because of the way we have everything positioned in the inventory. So if we orient it a little bit better here, we can actually collect bark. Here, let's do it again. See? 5 bark. So over here under these logs there's some bark on the ground we gotta get, but we'll see it in a minute. The logs will never disappear. Everything else that falls on the ground will disappear. And there's stuff like this right here. This rock that just appeared out of nowhere. It will disappear. So you can grab it. You can leave it there. You can ignore it. Whatever you want to do. So next thing on the list is to craft a stone pickaxe. Alright, let's take a look at it. The stone pickaxe requires 1 stick, 1 stone blade, and 2 plant fiber. So let's bring up the crafting table. We can do 1 stick, 1 stone blade, and some plant fiber. Or we can just click Itempedia and click on it. Boom, craft. So if you go to your weapons, if you have all your weapons filled out with 4 different things and you try to craft one, it will not let you craft it. So next thing, build a saw bench. So to build a saw bench, we're going to go to the build menu, under placeables, under workbenches, saw bench. Requires 4 logs. Right? So I recommend putting these next to where the trees are. Where are we going to be doing the most tree work? I think maybe at first it's going to be right here. So let's just throw them here. So always want to start with 3, right? That way you can have 3 going at once. So we need 12 logs. So just pick them up, throw them in there. Boom. Get some log. You put the logs on there. You just push whatever action key you have set. Whatever key you have set for action. Easy. Now, let's grab these. Throw them on there. And these are going to make planks for us that we can grab. Right now, we need to get water. Build a water basin. Okay, and we can find the water basin right under here, under other. Right there. So we need 6 planks. This is going to collect rainwater for us. So if we grab 6 of these planks, you just right click to grab from here. And let's throw them in there. So 1 more. Done. Now that will collect water. Build a foundation. Right? It doesn't really matter where the first one's going to go. Right? So let's just build it. You cannot move foundations when you build. So how about we just put it right next to this rock here. Right? So we need 4 logs, 6 planks. Right? So we're going to have to do some more chopping here. So while those are sawing up, we're going to do more chopping. So like I was saying before, you want to make sure you save everything. So all of this extra plant fiber and bark, we need to make sure we're saving that, right? Initially, we'll use the ATV as a storage, but it will get filled up pretty quick. All of your weapons and tools have durability. On the bottom right, you can see where it says the thing. The name Stone Axe, there's a white circle that's depleting on every chop. And the zombies, when they start attacking, they will destroy your weapons pretty quickly. There is a way to repair weapons. It requires a certain grinding bench that you can build. You have to have the tech for it, though. So the way this game works is that there are tech blueprints scattered around in every single town. Usually about 1 to 2 in each town. There are some towns that don't have any blueprints. Those are randomly placed throughout the towns as loot. Each tech blueprint you get will allow you to learn one of the things from this list right here. And one of the first ones you're going to want to get is that weapon. Let's see what it's called. It's called... I think that one's under grinder tech. Here, let's see. So if we go to the workbenches and we go to grinder, sharpen steel and iron tools. Yeah, so that one's grinder tech is the one. So that'll be definitely one of the first ones you want to get. Otherwise, you'll have to keep making weapons and stuff over and over again. Now that runs on oil, by the way. So don't even try to build that or waste a tech slot on that unless you can use the oil that it requires. Alright, let's go ahead and grab these planks. Alright, so see how we're over encumbered now? We're 51.1 of 50. When you're over encumbered, you can still jump and use your weapons, but you can't move very fast. So sometimes it's better to just drop stuff. Sometimes it's better to just be over encumbered. But I like to keep an eye on that weight limit there, but you can keep it on the screen. That way you can always see if you're close to it or not. Alright, so now we need to build a campfire, and then the next one we're going to build is a forge. Now here's what we're going to do, is we're going to place the bed down. See, it's nighttime, and we're getting tired. So we're going to go to furniture, bedroom, and then the normal bed. Beds have to be put on a foundation. So at first, we don't really care about the elements, right? We don't care if it's out in the middle in the rain or whatever. You could sleep, the rain doesn't bother you at all. At this point in the game, the rain means nothing right now. But it will fill up the water basin. So once it rains, this will fill up. So we want this out in the open. And the rain will put out fires too. So where do we want our fire? Well, you can build it on the foundation if you want to. But I'm going to build it right here next to the water. And when we do that, there's a certain shelter piece right here, which requires 4 logs. So usually when I start out, I like to build one of these and put it right up next to the water like that. So let's grab some logs. Right. Boom. Now let's throw down the fire, which is under other campfire. Boom, just like that. So it requires 10 small stones, which we've already collected, and we need 8 firewood. So here's how to get the firewood. We'll grab these logs. We'll throw them on the ground right here. If you right click on the log, you can harvest it. So basically what you're doing is chopping it into firewood. Easy. So all these sticks are useful too. So we will grab the sticks as well. Easy. So there's 2 ways to fuel your campfire. You come with a small lighter. The first way is to put firewood in there. Or pretty much any kind of wood. I mean, we can throw planks in there if we want. Right? Actually, no, you can't do that anymore, but you can throw sticks in there. And plant fiber and bark and stuff you can throw in there. But the easiest way for the start is to just throw the firewood in there. So I'm going to grab all these sticks, right? And as we start grinding some of the logs and stuff, you're going to end up with extra stuff. So let's head over here to storage. We're going to put down stick stand. Right? And then we're going to put down... So, like, when you make this stuff, you can move this stuff around, right? Let's put the water over here. We'll put the water over here. Because we're next to the main water here. Let's go ahead and build a firewood stand. Right? And then we'll build a couple plank stands too. I'll put those next to the shelter over here. So usually right now all these are for when we have excess stuff in our inventory, like planks that we don't want to use right away, and we'll just throw them on there. Let's start over here and get the stick stand going, and then we'll get the firewood stand going, right? So now we have extra sticks. We can throw them in here, or we can start making the plank stands, so we'll worry about that in a minute. The next thing on the list is build a forge. Well, the forge has to be under shelter. Okay. Otherwise, when you start using it, the rain will put out the forge. So let's just put it right here. You can pick up and move almost everything in the game except foundations and structures and stuff. But just keep in mind that wherever you put something down before you, like when you're building it, that you can't move it until it's built. And you're going to want 4 of these forges at the beginning. So we want 4 of these. So you can use this same shelter to put it in if you want to. That way you can be next to your water. Or we can build a foundation just for that. Or we can extend off of our foundation here that we built. So it's up to you on how you want to do it. It doesn't really matter. Let's grab these planks. Make that bed. And we're going to go to sleep because we're tired. Now we're on day 2. Wake up at 7 a.m. Nice bright sunshiny day. So let's find that land claim pole here and let's turn off that nasty red circle. Oh, there's some vegetation over here that we forgot to grab. Potato. Oh, there's some more over there. Pumpkin. There's a, looks like a chicken roaming around there. There's a frog. So early on, just eat all the stuff. All these vegetables and stuff. We'll just eat them. If we want to, we could kill the chicken and throw them on the fire. Same thing with the frogs. We're definitely going to need to do that here pretty soon because our protein level is completely down now. So the game doesn't tell you to do this, but the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to build a spear. Because the spear is the easiest way to kill those. I'm actually going to build 2 spears. Let's do that now. So in the itempedia, you'll see that the spear, 3 different kinds of spears. We can make the stone spear, the bone spear, and the steel spear. Well, right now, we can only make the stone one. So we need a blade, 3 sticks, 5 plant fiber. So we need a stone blade, which is made with a rock. One small stone. Alright. So, 1 small stone. Now we need some sticks. So we put some over here, right? So let's grab those. We need 1 more. So it's always a good idea to keep the planks going here early on, so that way you can get lots of planks. So let's harvest this up here. So you can harvest the firewood too, so that way you can get more sticks. There is another way, fast way to get sticks too. I'll show you here in a second. Equip your chopping axe and go up to a bush like this. And boom, you can get sticks, and you can also get fiber that way too. Awesome. Sticks and fiber. Alright, so let's pick up all these sticks as much as we can, right? Let's make that spear now. Nice. Let's make another one. So to make another one, I need another rock. So let's go pick up a rock. Right? Throw the rock on there. Make the blade. And let's go ahead and make another one. I'm going to make another spear. So now we'll go to weapons. Now I have 2 stone spears. Excellent. That way when the first one breaks, then I have the next one. So you can stab like this, or you can hold your whatever button you have bound and hold the right mouse button, and you can throw the spear. And it will disappear, so but it also puts up an icon to tell you where it is, how far away it is. So it's a good way to mark things. So if we run off over here in the nowhere and kill an animal, and we forget where it was, then we can throw a spear down to come back to it. Alright, let's grab all this stuff off the ground here. We're gonna start having to get rid of these rocks here and clear this place out. Now, let's pick these up real quick. Get it out of the way. We don't want them to disappear. We don't want anything to go to waste. Actually, you know what? Let's build these plank stands over here. Awesome. Now, what I like to do is you can move these, and you can, once they're built, you can kind of clip them into each other where it looks nice and neat like that. Easy, right? Nice. Cool. Now the area is pretty clear. So now you have a choice on how you want to do your building and your smelting. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and start building workshop right here. Right in the middle of the 2 formations here. I'll leave a little bit of space to be able to go from point A to point B. Plan it out. Simple 2x4, even a 3, maybe a 3x4 should be fine. So we've got everything all blueprinted out now. So let's get rid of this tree. So we did forget to get water, didn't we? So let's head over here to the lake. Let's throw the canteen in there to add water. And now we need to light this fire. Well, we need some firewood, right? We should be able to get firewood from here. Early on, it doesn't really take much to get going here, so. All right, let's light that up. And let's throw the water in there. The water's going to boil. You can also cook the potatoes if you want. Cooked potatoes are a lot more nutritious and valuable than raw ones. Now, you cannot cook an egg. And you can't cook the other stuff. But you can cook the potato. Doesn't take long to boil. See, it's already clean water now. So let's grab it. Let's drink it. Solved. We can even come back over here, grab some more water. Go back on there. In the meantime, if we see some frogs or a chicken or something roaming around, or like that goat, we will take it down. So keep an eye out, because we need, like that frog. See that frog right there? He's ours. The frogs don't damage you. Oh, that was one of the tasks, right? To hunt? Yeah. So we're still trying to build a forge, too, and make an iron ingot. Part of our task list. We can cook 4 frogs at once. The meat will spoil. So it'll take longer to spoil if it's cooked. So let's go ahead and cook it. Grab this clean water, drink it, throw the frog legs on there. So we get a lot more carbs, but a lot less fat from the baked potato. So we can eat all of them. We'll just eat all the potatoes. Eat all the corn. We eat everything except the eggs. So you can sheathe your weapon. By pressing 0 or whatever button you have set for it in the keybinds. It's kind of annoying running around like this all the time. The other way to sheathe your weapon is to just, there's a, I have it set for the mouse wheel to scroll through the weapons. Like this. And then once you get to the end, it'll automatically sheathe it. Alright, so let's eat some meat. Nice. Now we're stuffed, huh? But it's always a good idea to go ahead and get some water before you start going back out to do stuff, so let's fill this one back up. Well, before we, so we can actually use water to put out the fire to save the wood that we threw in there. Alright, so we're already getting to that point now where our inventory is getting clogged up nice and stuffy. Let's go ahead and build a storage real quick. These are real easy to make. We'll throw down 4 of them here. All you need is planks, right? We already made a bunch of those. Look at that. Look at that. We'll call this one bark. And we'll call this one fiber. Excellent. Let's make another one. And we'll call this one seeds. You want to save all your seeds. You want to save everything. Everything. And I mean everything. So these can stack 3 high pretty easily, right? Now if you want to stack another one on top of there, it's a little tricky. And I'll show you how to do that. But first, let's go ahead and get some more planks coming. So the first time you play the game, the zombies are going to attack on day 3, right? So we want to make sure that we're next to water, because if you go in the water, the zombies will not follow you into the water. It's a good way to try to negate the difficulty a little bit. It's not really like a cheese or anything, but it does let you kind of hide a little bit, to where you can try to pick them off as much as you can. So real fast, before day 3, you want to make sure you have lots of spears made, because you will destroy your spears extremely fast. So we're going to make some, and we're actually going to throw them on the ground. So we need to make sure to do that today. Before nightfall. So there is a hotkey that will display the compass and whatever day it is. It's the same as the task list key. So right now it's day 2, it's 12 p.m. It's April, springtime. And the compass is on the bottom left over here. So as soon as we finish this task list, you won't see it anymore. Awesome. So, see right here, it won't let us stack this 4 high. Well, if we take it, put it down there, and jump on top of it, and grab it again, now it'll let us put it up there. See? Easy. Let's get some more logs. We gotta get this foundation made so we can get the task list done. You can use the axe against the zombies. There is actually one zombie that you kind of need to use the axe on. The one with the shield. It takes a long time to kill him though, and you will the axe will probably break. But the monster with the shield is easier to kill him with the axe. But it's not imperative that you use the axe to kill him. It's just an easier way to do it, because if you thrust your spear at him, he'll just block it. Alright, so our inventory is getting kind of full, so let's throw these rocks in here real quick. Alright, fiber in there, bark in there. Sticks over here. So you want to make sure that when you're building a foundation like this, so you get all the crap from underneath it, because you can't move these when you're done. And it's always best to make your initial foundations next to where the trees are. Because you won't have access to the cart early on until you get nails. So that way you don't have to walk a long ways. So even just, maybe if I just want to build one just to get the ball rolling here, might be a good plan. Alright, so you see how there's no more trees over here? Well, let's take these and move them to where the trees are. You can move these wherever the land claim radius is. Right, so we don't really need them over here. Because we're just going to be grabbing the planks from them. Right. Go and get this monstrosity out of the way. Alright. Being over encumbered is a regular occurrence in this game, so you can kind of be prepared for it. If you stay nice and tight with your builds, you should be okay. Throwing things on the ground is not a big deal. That is full of, this is full of rocks now, so now is the time. Let's get one of those foundations made. Alright, that's all the planks I can carry. Let's do this one right here. Right, let's throw that forge down now. Right, stone forge. So, once it's actually made, then we can move it. So, we're going to need stones. Alright, so we can grab all of them. Here, let's throw these planks in here first. Alright, so grab all. Fill them up. Awesome. Make another one. Alright, all gone. Done. If you want to, when you see how we have to travel now to fill up rocks, we'll just take this with us. Head over here. Now we can grind out some more rocks. And once our inventory gets full, we can just throw the rocks inside the storage and keep going. You can do the same thing with the ATV. When you get a full crate and a full inventory, we can turn around and go back. I'm keeping those sticks in my inventory to remind me that I need to build more spears. Done. That's our first 3 right there. Now, to make an ingot, we're going to need some stones. So right now we can do 6. We can put the stones in there. Like so. You can click and drag, or you can just control click and put them in there. Control right click. Throw them in there. Now we can't light them on fire yet because we need firewood to go in there for fuel. But we also need protection from the rain, right? So let's get pillar. And we're going to throw up a pillar on the corner here. That's just a couple logs. No big deal. Nice. And then we're going to put a roof. You could build a shelter too if you want. You could just shelter your little single foundation. It's up to you on how you want to do it. And we could go ahead and start building a roof if you want. But roof requires clay. We're not really messing with clay yet. But you could put a roof like this on there if you want. So if you wanted to, you could put an actual roof up there, but there's another version here. Right? But we're not going to do that. We just keep it simple, especially at the beginning. So we're going to put a ceiling up. Boom. Just like that. Ceiling's easy. Logs, planks, and we'll be done with it. We already got some logs over here. Right? Now we just need some planks. Extend the ceiling over a little bit. Yep. So now we can build another one of these. Like I was saying before, you want 4 of these at the beginning. So now we need more rocks. Excellent. Once it's built, we can kind of move it around. We can space these things out a little bit if you want. They need to be empty for you to move them. I think I kind of like them together. There's a goat over there that we need to grab. The goat is food, and food is important. Alright. Throw you in there, throw you in there. Alright. So each one of these is going to turn into a fragment. That's 6 fragments. But, what do we need? Firewood. But, we need to kill that goat. I want to kill that goat. Now, you do have a shield, right click. So, right now we can't really do anything with them. But you know what we can do though? We can harvest them. So, select your axe, right click on them, harvest. Alright, now remember what we were talking about before about the food poisoning? Well, let's wash our hands. Before we forget. And we can throw the goat meat on there. We also get bones. So, where's the ATV at? Throw the bones in here. We can use those later. And then we have a box for seeds now, so... Alright. Seeds. Fiber. Bark. And then extra planks we can throw over here into the foundation. Alright, then those sticks are still in there, and that's reminding me that we need to build some more spears. Alright, so we're going to be doing lots of crafting over here. So we can go ahead and build a stick stand here. You're going to have tons of these, so just throw it right over here. We're about to get a bunch more right now, so... Alright, so these you can access from the front or the back. Either way. We'll get enough. One log is enough to get started with them. That's all you need to get started. And we'll throw more logs in there later. So they do light up nice, where you can see what's going on. Now when you get 4 of them going like that, we're opening ourselves up for an attack. Not even a siege attack, a regular attack. So there can and will be zombies coming at us even before the initial 3-day siege. Just from lighting up these forges. So we need to be ready for that. Alright, this will take a while. So let's go ahead and get let's get this built. This is our stone crate that we're using for now, so let's go ahead and get the other spears going now. We need fiber. Lots of sticks. And we need stones. Probably just a couple of stones. So let's make some heads. Maybe just 2 more. 2 more is fine. So I'm going to put them over here. Right here. We'll head over here. Select the weapon rack. Just click and drag them and throw them on the ground. Okay, so now here they are. And we know where they are. So all we got to do is run over here and grab one. Right, let's make some more now. We could just go to the Itempedia, click on the stone spear, and click make craft maximum. Now it gave us 2 more. So when one breaks, it'll just delete from your inventory. You can run over here and grab one. Right, we're gonna need a new another stone axe coming up pretty soon too, and the pickaxe. So probably what we want to do is go ahead and make a head. Make a couple heads here. Throw them in here in the seed box. And I'd even leave some sticks in there too, probably. And we know where the fiber is. It's right there. Easy to find, right? Alright. Okay, cool. We've got fragments now. You need 5 fragments to make 1 ingot. There it is. We need more stones now, huh? Oh, we need to drink some water too, huh? That's right. Our clean. We forgot to grab our clean water from over here. All right. We need more firewood. Keep this fire going. We forgot to put it out, so it burned all the firewood. No big deal. Wood is plentiful around here, so. Right, throw more in there. Right. Alright, while that's doing its thing, we're gonna go grab more. Oh, we got our first ingot. Isn't that cool? There he is. Awesome. Alright. Keep it coming, right? You're gonna want to be smelting non-stop. We need more firewood, right? So that we can keep that going. Alright, we got extra sticks. Throw them in here. Clean up the inventory. Let's see, let's make another storage. So that we can store the iron in it. Also, the sun is damaging us right now, so we gotta be careful about that. Since we killed all the trees around us. Boom. First iron. In like Flynn. Alright, so the first thing we want to do now is we need to make an anvil. Let's see if it's on the to-do list. Oh yeah, okay, so now it's telling us that we need technology pages. Yep, that's right, because the anvil, I think, is the anvil a technology? Let's find out. No, it's not. We need an anvil. So that's 8 planks, 5 iron. So we need 5 iron to build an anvil. Reason we want an anvil is because that's the only way to make nails. Reason we want nails is because we need a cart. So, the cart. 3 logs, 10 planks, 10 nails. Bring it on. The cart is going to be handy. On the cart, you can transport 2 storages on top, 2 stone crates below those, or a dead animal in the middle there. So 5 iron for that. Let's go ahead and get the iron from here. Throw it in there. So now we need some planks. So let's head back over here. We'll start chopping trees. Right, our axe is done. Alright, all we need is a stick and a stone to make an axe, right? Boom, boom, boom. Easy. Alright, to put the fire out, you just take the flask and drag it over it. You can put the fire out. In fact, we're probably just going to make some more here. And we need to hunt frogs now. I'm going to turn that fire back on, actually. We need to get firewood over here. And we need to get firewood over by the forges, too. Keep that going. There's a frog right there. So your stamina now is only a max of 50. That's because of our lack of nutrition. Lack of meat. Alright, so we need to do some other stuff now, so just grab some water here real quick. And let's just turn these off so it saves the firewood. So we will eat in the morning. All right, here we go. So now we can officially be attacked. So now we gotta be careful. All right. Must be careful. Yeah, the first part of the game here is just a bunch of grind. I think we made some pretty good progress so far, though. Pretty close to nails here. Real close. All right, let's grab these planks. There it is. All right. All right. Nails. 10 nails. That's what we needed. Now all we need is 3 logs. Excellent. Now we got a cart. We can actually put stuff on the cart now. How about that? How about that? Alright, we're gonna make more firewood. There's another way to get firewood pretty easily if you see one of these decrepit logs on the ground somewhere. You could chop it with your axe. I don't see any over here. If I see one, then I'll show you how to do it. Sometimes there's a decrepit log just kind of laying on the ground that you can't move. You just whip out your axe and chop it up. Just like you do the bush. So, these are good finds. The melon's a good find. Melons are really nutritious. Oh, there it is. Alright, check it out. See? Tons of firewood from that. Gonna go ahead and put a firewood stand here. Cool. All right. So now we're at the point where we can loot the first town. We could stay here. We could smelt more. We can finish this. We can loot the town. So where you want to go from here is really kind of up to you. But to get rid of this task list, we got to loot the town and find a blueprint page. When you loot the town, you have two choices. We can cart over there with this, and we could store more loot inside 2 crates, and possibly kill a dead animal on the way. Or we can store loot in here, so we need to clean this out, and we can drive over there, which that would be faster. If we look at the map, the nearest town is right here, just to the east of us. So I'm going to take the ATV. But I need to get all the crap out of there first. So what I like to do at the beginning of the game is to build a couple storages. One for large stuff, one for small stuff. Alright. For now, I'll just throw all this back in there. The other thing we can build is stone crate, which requires 10 nails though, so we need more iron for that. So for now, we'll stick to the box, right? Because you're probably going to want to build multiple carts. The first item that I like to get is the butcher table. Butcher table is going to allow you to butcher the animals up to get livers and hides and other parts of the animal. But it's also going to let you get a hell of a lot more meat. When we killed that goat initially a while ago, we only got 1 meat from it. Well, if you use a butcher table, you get a lot more. Alright. Alright, we need to chop down these trees. We need to get some more planks. We'll build those 2 storages and then we'll go hit those towns over there. Towns are also an excellent source of food. So, a man can only eat so many frogs, you know, so when you get tired of those frogs, then the towns is where it's at. Alright, so he injured us now. So we have a normal injury, which is healed by the normal bandage. The other type of injury is an infection, which was cured by the medicated bandage. We killed him away from where we are, so I can actually throw this spear on the ground here, like that. And that'll remind me where it is, see? Because it will disappear. Now, one of the tricks that they don't tell you about is that the animals will not rot if you leave them in a cart. So let's put them in this cart here. when you pick up an animal and you walk around really slow. That's why you need the cart. You can transport them really fast. So now we can actually just keep them in the cart until we can build the butcher table. It means we have to build another cart. Alright, we're going to call this one large miscellaneous. And we'll call this one small miscellaneous. Okay, so let's drop all the stuff from here. Fiber in there, bark in there, stones in here. Sticks right there. Alright, grab everything from here now. Put all the large stuff in here, and we'll put all the small stuff in here. Awesome. Now we're ready. So make sure the first town you go to has gas. If not, then you need to get to the next one. Because we're going to need gas. Gas is important. So we're just going to head to the east now. We probably should have grabbed some water first before we left. We should be in and out, though. It's not too far away. Looks like there's some loot on the way, so that's good. Let's grab it. I suggest looting everything at first. At first, take everything. Even the spoiled food. Alright, I'll throw some stuff in here. We'll just throw it all in there. At first, you don't want to leave any loot behind. Now, if you get full up, you loot a large town, you may need to throw some stuff away. You'll have to decide on what to throw away. I throw things away that are pretty easy to find, like stones and stuff like that. Clay is going to be easy to find later. Clay soil, coal, stuff like that. When you first get to a town, don't just drive right up in. You need to ease your way in, because you need to find the enemies. Where are they? Get your spear ready. Okay, our spear is almost dead here, so we probably should have grabbed the other one. Alright, well, I don't see where they are. There they are. Alright, so he won't be easy to take down. There's two. You want to take them one at a time. So try your best not to aggro both of them, right? Here's the gas, by the way. We'll grab that before, just in case we have to jump on the ATV and bail out of here. Alright, so you can stealth, right? Oh my god. That was unexpected. He also injured us too. Now we gotta be really careful here. You can throw your spear at him, but then you won't have the spear to be able to thrust. That's pretty bad. We only have one spear now, so making another one, we might want to do that before we take on the second one. Here, let's see how bad it is, the first one here. So I could just run up to him. I don't want to aggro that second one though. See that second one over there? Taking two on at once is pretty rough. There should be a way here to where we can just get one aggroed. So stealth doesn't really work. See, look, he's already on us. Alright, so what we want to do, you want to block. Hit, block. Hit, block. Easy. First one down, loot the body. Alright, let's go ahead and run into the next one. This one will do some moves on you, so you can get a couple cheap shots in at first. Some of them have fast attack speeds. See, our spear's already dead, gone now, so now we're forced to use the axe now. See, we broke our spear on one dude broke our spear. Now usually there's only two over here initially in the towns. So sometimes there's 3, 4, 5, 6 of them over here. So be careful. So we can't really do anything with this guy. We'll go ahead and grab him because we'll try to take him with us when we leave. If he's still here. I'll just leave him in the road. Alright. But we need to make another spear. So we need blade. And we need some sticks. Alright, 3 sticks and some fiber. Let's just go ahead and head over here. Make it. We need to make another one. Okay, now we got 2 more spears. We're safe. Alright, try to keep track of the houses you go into. What I like to do is check the outside first. Loot all the stuff on the outside like this. The trash and everything's all lootable. Everything's useful. So take everything at first, and then open the doors. So that way you know which house you've been into. You can leave the doors open. Alright, so since we took the ATV, we don't have a whole lot of storage. So we may end up having to leave some stuff here, but for now we'll just grab everything and then we'll decide on what we want to throw on the ground later. And sometimes we'll run into food. You can just eat the food right away, right? Let's just eat this food now. Now don't eat raw food. You find cooked food, you can eat the cooked food. Don't eat the spoiled food unless you have to. And you will get sick. Right? Make sure to check the bathrooms for the meds. Right, so we're already full now. So let's head back to the ATV. Alright, so like bark, right? We don't need to worry about bark over here. Fiber. We don't need to worry about fiber. We don't need to worry about stones. Main things you want to worry about at the first town you look is look for the blueprints. They'll be laying on the tables or the shelves. And food, seeds, and meds. Cans are also really good and helpful. Alright, so usually bones and stuff like that are real heavy. And we won't worry about bones. And when it comes time to drop stuff on the ground before we leave, we'll probably drop bones. We'll probably drop spoiled food maybe. It just depends on how much loot we end up with, that's all. I like to put the big stuff in here first, because it stacks. Like bones. We'll just go ahead and drop the bones. Alright, we're pretty much done here. There's no blueprints in this building, so let's go to the next one, right? Ooh, onion. Onion's good. So watch your weight too. So we don't really need rope either. We don't need rope. We don't need bark. Wire is good to keep. I'll probably throw some of these in there because they're heavy. Oil is really good. Nails, that's real good. Fragments, that's good. The onions we definitely need to keep. We don't really need the clay. Alright, let's head over to the next one. So at the end, when you're full and you have no more space, you might want to just run around the buildings looking for the blueprint. Eat all the food. Yeah, like this one. We'll just eat that. Take all the seeds, electrical parts, mechanical parts. There we go, right there, meds. That's what we need. Meds are huge. I'm at the point now where I'm just going to leave certain stuff. I'll just leave it there. The stuff that's hard to craft, like plastic, you definitely want to take that. One splint. Take one splint. Can. Definitely take a can. Clay soil, clay, stuff like that. We're going to find tons of that later, so it's not a big deal. Yeah, fiber, we don't care about fiber. Nails, I mean even glass, we don't really care about glass. Awesome. Our first med kit. Now let's reposition this stuff here because we want to grab that med kit for sure. Oh, here we go. Tech page. Nice. So you can click learn now if you want, or you can just click the X and bank it. That's what we'll do. We'll bank it for now. Alright, so since we found some med kits, the medical kit will actually cure your injuries too, which we don't have injuries right now, so let's use the small one. And now our health is back to 100. Perfect. You're going to find meds in the bathroom mostly, and then in these first aid kits that you see. Alright, we're done there. So we're pretty full here, so stack everything we could stack. Still got a couple more buildings. Oh look, there's another dude. See how they respawned on us? So now we have to be careful. Careful now, careful. 2 at once is pretty rough. We don't want to have to mess with 2 at once. You cannot hurdle stuff, so forget about like running, jumping over the fence or whatever. It's probably better to deal with the enemies before you loot. So we're just going to go ahead and deal with them. We can jump him. These ones aren't too bad. See, our spear's dead though. Okay. Yeah, he got a pretty good hit on us. And see, now we're infected. So we gotta use the medicated bandage now to heal our infection. Right, not too bad, right? We don't have a lot of loot space left, so I'm just gonna kind of zoom through here. I'm gonna grab food if I can find food. Food, seeds. I'm just gonna ignore everything else for now. Look for the blueprints, and we're gonna grab meds. If we see meds and stuff like that, we'll grab it. The paste is somewhat useful. You can use it for curing sunburns, which will eventually happen. Oh, look at this. Another blueprint. Nice. So that's 2. They've never found more than 2 in a single town, so now that we know that the blueprints are all found, we can actually leave if we want. But before I leave, I want to keep looking for food, and I want to keep looking for meds. Food and meds. Let's keep looking. first aid kit? Nice. Got it. Sprouts? Got it. If we went in here or not, did we go in here yet? Yeah, we already did. See, when you search something, it tells you searched. Or empty. Right? Or it'll say search. That means you haven't looked at it yet. But if it says searched, then that means you have. That's a good way to tell if you've been inside that building or not. So let's check over here real quick. Food in here maybe. Seeds. We grabbed seeds. Especially onions. Onions are real rare. If you have foliage turned on, you're never going to find an onion on the ground. So you have to loot it. Alright, let's grab that. Meds, seeds, food, food. Alright. Meds. Now, we're pretty much full now. We have no more space. So we're at the point now where we'd probably drop stuff. Let's look in here first. Also gas. You definitely want to leave with gas. So we found gas. Alright. We got everything we need, I think. Looking good. Let's get the hell out of here. Yeah, there's another zombie over there. Let's head back. Oh, that's corn right there. We gotta get that. Alright, eat the melon. Grab the corn. Alright, back to the base. Our first town has been looted successfully. So the other way to regain your health is to sleep. It takes a long time though to regain the health when you sleep. Now when you know you're about to get sieged, probably a good idea to sleep with at least 50% health. Because you know you're going to get attacked. You don't want to go to sleep at like 1 HP or whatever is what I'm saying. So heal yourself before you sleep because you will get attacked at night. And it will be devastating. So if you die, you will respawn in your wherever you put your land claim, which will be here. We'll respawn here. A lot of this food we grabbed is already cooked. So we don't have to worry about cooking it. Nice. Pretty good amount of seeds. Yeah, we're almost maxed here on food now. Let's go ahead and cook some of it. All the raw stuff we'll go ahead and cook. But we forgot to put the fire out, so now we gotta refuel it. regular feast going on there. So we could save some of this. So now what we want to do is we want to decide on what the blueprint is good for. So let's see. The first one I like to do is, boom, butcher table. And the reason is because that's the fastest way to upgrade your storage. Your backpack. Boom. The next one, we could go with advanced workbench maybe. We could go with the forge. The forge unlocks the brick forge, which is really nice. We could do the weapon rack. Is another good one early on. Not worried about power. Not yet. Not worried about water. The circular saw bench is insane early on. That might be something that we can do. The circular saw bench will run off of the oil or the spoiled biofuel. Because that way you don't have to carry around 3 saw benches, you just have to use 1. That is if you can loot enough oil. Okay, let's see how much oil we looted. Oh, it's on the ATV. Yeah, look at that. 4 cans of oil. How about that, huh? So you're going to want to save, if you find like lead ore, and iron ore, you're going to want to save that so that you can make steel alloy on the anvil. We can go do that right now. But you can also put the iron ore in the forge, and it'll turn into an ingot right away without having to use the fragments. But always try to save it. That way you can make the steel alloy, see? And now we can throw the steel alloy in and craft steel. Because steel is going to become important once we get the advanced workbench. Well, I'll just throw it all in here in the iron thing for now. All right. So let's decide what's going to help us the most. Well, we need to build a bow now. Now we need the bow. Because since we have the butcher table, we need to build the larger backpack. Well, to build the larger backpack, we need 4 croc skins and 2 ropes. Well, to kill crocodiles, you need the bow. Oh, there's the bow. The bow is easy to make. 1 stick, 3 ropes. Arrows. This is why we need the feathers. Stone, feather, stick, rope. Well, what does it take to make rope? Well, rope is 2 plant fiber on the workbench. Interesting. So now we need the workbench. Well, we might put the workbench right there. Nails, 10 planks. So we know what we need to do now. Iron. Stones. Time to grind, right? Let's go ahead and light these bad boys up. And we're gonna have to go collect some more stones while we try to make some nails. Right, so you see how just one load right there over encumbered us? Well, that is because we have too many bandages on us from looting the town. So we need to come over here and we need to throw some bandages in here. Yep, see. I usually try to just keep 4 of each. And that'll put me at a certain amount of over encumbrance. Also this extra food too. So it's not wrong to go ahead and just make another storage to put extra food in. We could be doing that right away. I say let's do it right now. Sorry. Alright, what do we decide on for the next blueprint? I say let's go for the circular saw. That's going to make our life a hell of a lot easier. To build that though, we might have to do some more looting. Let's see. We need 8 iron, 2 cobalt, 4 mechanical and 4 electrical. Yeah. Cobalt's going to be tough. Unless we find cobalt somewhere, we're not going to be able to build this at all. We get cobalt from the cave, but only with an extractor. Extractor is going to require extractor technology. 18 iron, too. We should have got the forge. Yeah, we should have went for forge. That was a mistake. Alright, no big deal. All we're going to do is hit the next town, right? Alright, then we'll take these and... we're kind of mining rocks over here on this side, so let's just throw them over here. Well, you know what? We could just build some on this side. We can just build some more over here. These things are real easy to build. So the trees will regrow back, unless you select it in the settings to have them not. We also need to build a new cart too, huh? Alright, more nails. That's enough for 2 carts. We're gonna use nails here first though, right? We need 4 planks. Get that workbench going. Excellent. Now we can make arrows. Yeah, it kind of sucks that you have to have a technology for the weapon rack. I wish they would change that. Because having a weapon rack would be really nice. Plus we can make a drying rack. So that the rack technology is another good one that we could have gone with. So forge or weapon rack would both have been great here. I think we jumped the gun by going for the saw bench. But we're good, we're good, we're good. Just build another one over here. Alright, let's get another cart going here. The cart is going to help us out with these trees that are far off over here. For when we need to bring back logs to start expanding that workshop. Now before the zombies come, we should get a pretty good indication because they howl before they start coming at you. So we will know when that happens. It will definitely be noticeable. So since we're kind of mining trees on both fronts here, what I might do is go ahead and build a couple more storages on that side for the fiber and the bark. Don't have to keep running back over here to loosen up my inventory. I mean, it's just planks, right? And, I mean, we should just put them like right here or something. No big deal. I get a nice little collection of stuff here. Alright, looking pretty good. So far, so good, right? Go ahead and grab the rest of these planks out of here so we can move these things. Alright, so we're probably going to want to move these a little bit further out this way. To where the trees are. Right. So the logs will stay there forever, so we're not worried about the logs. Let's go ahead and pick up all this crap here. Freebies. We could build a plank stand over here too. Maybe a couple of them. Huh? Start off with one for now, because we could just put the planks in these. Keep building up here. Alright, so what's the plan, huh? Well, we're gonna have to go to another town to get another technology to get the forge, or if we can grind 10 iron, that's enough for a butcher table. In the meantime, while we're grinding 10 iron for the butcher table, we can start making some arrows. So we just need the rope, right? So rope is going to be just plant fiber. Let's see how much rope we can make. All right, max rope. Ooh, lots of rope. Plenty of rope. I'm going to throw it in here with the fiber. Okay, next thing we need are sticks, stones, and what else? Let's check. Feathers. All right, let's go see how many feathers we have. Excellent. Oh, we have to make the quiver too. Alright, so we need a quiver. Alright, the quiver. Let's see, where is the quiver? 2 animal hide and 2 rope. Yeah. So we can't get animal hide without killing an animal and skinning it on the butcher table. So chickens are pretty easy to kill. You can just run up to them with full stamina and stab them with a spear. We need 2 animal hides. We have 1 animal saved over there. So we're going to need to find another animal real quick. And we can't do anything until we build that butcher table now. Right, 5 more to go. Meanwhile, we could be looking for another animal. Look, there's one right there. There's 2 over here. Pig is probably easier to grab. Alright. We'll come get both of them. We need to build another cart. We don't want that sheep to go bad. Let's go pick it up off the ground first. It might disappear before the time that we can actually build the 3rd cart to hold it, but we'll see. There's another pig too. Pretty sure I hear a fox over there as well. Alright, yeah, let's just make some nails here real quick. And go ahead and get another cart going. Probably even 2 more, huh? Alright, logs and planks, let's go. The sun is killing us now. Alright, save that one. Alright, there's our 2 hides. Plus the one over there that we already saved. We can go under the shelter to protect ourselves against the sun. Another chicken over there. Our spear broke. Alright, that other one should still be over here. So we could just fill this thing back up all the way. Instead of doing 60 water at a time, we can do 120. Maybe even 180. We're definitely good on food for now. It's in abundance. Alright. Sunburn is healing. 3 more iron. Alright, more rocks. So the rocks will not respawn. So future rock hunting is going to have to be done elsewhere. Good thing we have the cart. We can also use the ATV to do that. We're probably going to need to make another spear too. I'd probably make 2 more spears. bird. That's more feathers. Alright, let's make the spears now. Success. So now we can make arrows. We have everything we need. Sticks, stones, and feathers, and rope too, right? Oh, the quiver. Yeah, we need to make the quiver. The quiver. Oh yeah, 2 animal hide for the quiver, so we're gonna have to... Yeah, there's our animal hide. Yeah. Make some room. Alright, we're gonna run out of room quickly here. More storages is what we need. Try to cook all this meat. We definitely have plenty of meat now, huh? overabundance of food. Alright, now we have the quiver. Alright, that's 13. More stones. Yeah, we ran out of firewood over here too, so we need more firewood. That's another goat right there. So now the animals, we save them for their livers so that we can make rations out of them. So we need a place to keep them now instead of out there in the middle, the front. I'll put them over here just in case we need to cut them up later for emergency meat. We have an abundance of meat right now, so... Once we start making rations, and we have a nice good stockpile of dead animals saved up, it's gonna help out a lot. So we don't have to go hunt for like 4 or 5 days in a row. Okay. We need more arrows. So we need more arrows, we need more stones. So we can double stack up here now, so we need more storages. The planks are already over there, so right, check the pickaxe. Pickaxe looks good. Let's go get more stones now. So, I mean, the livers are just piling in here. Heal our injury here. Yeah, I want to get that one too. Might as well. So he's a little bit further away, so I'm going to throw my spear down. That way we can find him real easy when we come back. And we kind of need to hurry up, get back over there, don't we? I'll leave that there. Alright, we just need one iron. We'll make some nails and we'll run over there and make another cart. So that's where the rocks are. The sun's about to start killing us now. Yeah, we just gotta wait under these trees, I think, for a little bit. So to make the paste, so walking around with paste right now would be a pretty good idea. We need a clay bowl and a potato. We got lots of potatoes. Clay bowl requires clay. Couple clay rocks over there. Should get 10 clay from each one of these. Sometimes it splooges all over the place, so you gotta look for them. You check your inventory. 10 clay there. I thought there was another one over here. Anyways. So, we want to go get rocks. Here, we'll just leave this here. That's for when we're ready to go get more rocks. So it's more rocks for arrows, right? Oh yeah, we also need to build this cart. Excellent. So here is an extra cart. Ready to go. Alright. The next smelt is ready to go. We got some... We can make some bowls now. Now we can do, what is it? Bowl and a potato or whatever it is. Now we got some paste. Alright, let's throw this in here. Throw that in there. Throw that in there. Extra clay we'll just throw in here for now. Okay. So now we're ready for the next adventure, which is going to be heading over to the Crocs. So what we need to do is we need to target that area where the Crocs are. There's only one swamp area on this map. It's right here. We'll have to ride over there with our ATV. But we need to take 10 iron with us and a bunch of food so that we can eat food and stuff while we're there, because we need to hunt 4 Crocs. So we're going to need about 30 arrows. So make 30 arrows, make 10 iron, go hunt the Crocs. That's the next thing we do. But we're going to go ahead and end it here, and we're going to take a break, and we'll come back shortly.